Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kevin here, and welcome back to another World of Tanks PC replay. Today's replay is from me on the common test servers for patch 9.13, and I'm in the brand new tier 10 Czechoslovakian medium tank, the TVP T5051. Now, this is a standard battle on Sand River, of course, and everybody pretty much is tier 10 on the common test server, and also a lot of people are just using heat ammo, which is okay because this thing doesn't have much armor anyways. And also there are 3 artillery on the enemy team because people just love using artillery on the common test server for whatever reason. But enough of that, let's go ahead and talk about this tank and the new Czechoslovakian medium tank line. So, this tank is the only tier 10 medium tank with an autoloader, besides of course the infamous Bat Chat. Now, there's going to be naturally a lot of comparisons between the Bat Chat and the TVP T5051. Of course, because they both have autoloaders and are tier 10 medium tanks. Now, while I can't disagree with comparing the two when the game fully releases the TVP T5051, I don't think people should be making comparisons that are really in depth at the moment. The reason being is this is the common test server, you guys. Everything is subject to change. Everything could be completely flip-flopped the next day. And then what's the point of that, of making a comparison, if the stats are completely changed? There wouldn't be a point. Now, since we are getting closer and this is actually on the test server, you could say, yeah, they're probably not going to change a whole lot, Kevin, which you could be kind of right. I don't expect them to change a whole lot, to be honest, but they could. So I think we should just hold off a little bit before we make the super in-depth comparisons where we go through every gun stat and every stat of the vehicle and compare it to the bat chats. But I do want to talk about some of the basics of the tank. So in terms of mobility, it's actually very good. It's not as good as the Bat Chat, but its traverse speed, its hull and turret traverse speed, its top speed, its acceleration, it's all really good and it's very enjoyable to play. I don't think I've ever played a map yet or a game yet. Oh, sick Amarak there on the AMX50B. Um, I don't think I've played any game yet where I felt like I was slow or I felt like I was sluggish, unless my engine was taken out or something. But I never felt slow, I never felt sluggish, and I just always felt super quick. Always felt like I could go somewhere where I wanted in the beginning of the game, if I needed to get out of in a certain area, or if I wanted to do the best tactic for this tank, which is unload your clip and get the hell out of there, I could do that as well. And it all worked out pretty damn well. But let's go ahead and talk about the gun here, because the mobility, like I said, is pretty damn good. The gun is the 100mm AK-1. Now, it's an autoloader, and it has 1.5 seconds between each shell, which is very, very good. And the damage and penetration is 320 and 248 for the penetration. Now, that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it for the gun stats. I don't want to go over super in depth like on the gun stats, like I said. It's just not going to be accurate if the game gets changed. So I'm going to leave it to that. I think it's a very good gun, but of course the tank has paper armor for the most part. Not paper, but it's still very weak in terms of armor, but it gets an amazing gun. Now, the way I like playing this tank, in terms of just going around the map and unloading a whole bunch of shells on somebody and then pulling back, is pretty similar to that of the Bat Chat, I would assume. I mean, they're both tier 10 autoloaders that are medium tanks, so you can see that. But, oh, I bounced off the TVP there. That was really unlucky. But another thing to consider here, guys, sorry if you can hear that motorcycle outside. A lot of people are telling me that the up to tier 8 in this Czechoslovakian medium tank line, that it's actually like pretty bad. And then once it gets up to tier 9 and tier 10, it gets a lot more amusing and a lot more fun and a lot more, powerful. Now, while I can't confirm that, it could be true because I've heard that by quite a few people. And if you compare that to the French medium tank line or even the French heavy tank line, I think those lines will be a lot better in terms of getting up to those higher tier tanks. I think it's going to be more fun and it's just going to be better tanks up to tier 10 or up to tier 8. And then between tier 8, 9, and 10, or mainly between 9 and 10, I think it's going to be very close to call. And honestly, it's too early to call. So I'm going to leave the gameplay there. It was a pretty good gameplay on Sand River. It was nothing amazing, though. It wasn't me going like, getting 8,000 damage. It was worthy of the Master Badge second class at 80%, which is still pretty good. Almost about 1,400 base XP, and we do around 3.7k damage. So enough of me ranting about this tank. I overall think it's very good. I'm having a lot of fun about it, and I'm excited for it to be released. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.